Clive loved music. It didn't matter what kind, whether it was a wah-wah scat or a jiving trumpet, a sorrowful twang of sad voice, or the belting boom of a gospel singer. Little Clive loved the way that sound thumped and bumped all the way down his stomach. He loved the way the music made his feet go hip-hop, hippity-hop. Little Clive lived in Kingston, Jamaica. His hero was DJ named King George, who threw the biggest and baddest house parties in the neighborhood of Somerset Lane. On Saturday nights, everybody who was anybody made their way to Somerset Lane for King George's hot dance parties. Little Clive was too young to go to the parties, so he went to the house where King George and his friends were setting up during the day. They'd arrive pushing a big old handcart stacked with crates of records. Clive had never seen so many records. Himself as a DJ, surrounded by all those records, choosing just the right song to get the party jamming. He saw himself toasting like a DJ, talking and singing over the instrumental B-sides of the records. Clive dreamed of everyone and his feet going hip-hop, hippity-hop. When little Clive was 13, he joined his mama in New York City. Clive wasn't sure he liked his new neighborhood in the Bronx. It was cold, he had to wear a silly winter hat with ear flaps, and everybody made fun of him. One day, Kool Herc's father bought a monster sound system with a giant 6-foot speakers. But when he hooked up the system, instead of a really big sound coming from the speakers, a little mumbling sound trickled out. Kool Herc spent his days switching wires and plugging things into other things until one day the sound was big. Not big like Kool Herc, but big like an entire block of the Bronx. Kool Herc and his little sister Cindy rented the rec room in their housing project on Sedgwick Avenue. They handwrote invitations telling everybody when and where to get their groove on. They posted cards around the neighborhood. They set up their father's sound system. On the night of the party, everybody who was anybody made their way to Sedgwick Avenue for Kool Herc's hot dance party. That's when Kool Herc became DJ Kool Herc. DJ Kool Herc noticed that dancers danced crazy hard during the breaks in the song. When the lyrics ended and the music bumped and thumped, Herc knew what the dancers wanted, so he plugged in 2 turntables instead of 1. He put the same record on both turntables. He set it up so that when one record ended its break, he could flip it over to the other turntable and play it again. Doing this over and over, he made a 10-second break last for 10, 15, and even 20 minutes or more. Herc remembered the way DJs in Jamaica would chant and toast over the music. He started calling out the names of his friends during the breaks. There goes my mellow, Coke Rock in the house. There goes my mellow, Clark Kent in the house. There goes my mellow, Timmy Tim in the house. There goes my mellow, Bambata. Everybody loved hearing his or her name called out over the music. He'd compliment people on their dance moves. He'd talk about the music and send shoutouts. He'd make up little raps like the jump rope rhymes he'd heard on the playground. Or he would call, "Hey Mike, on the light, make like a strobe." And Mike would flip the switch on and off.
Hey, stop beat in the jungle, brother. In the jungle, brother. In the jungle, brother.
Over the next year, Herc took his parties to the streets and parks of the Bronx. He plugged in his sound system into the lamppost. They pulled so much power that the streetlights dimmed the perfect lighting for a street party. Kool Herc's music made everybody happy. Even the street gangs wanted to dance, not fight. Gangs like the Savage Skulls, the Glory Stompers, the Blue Diamonds, the Black Cats, and the Black Spades turned into breakdancing crews who performed some of the sickest moves. There's no story that can't be told. There's no horse that can't be rode. Ain't no bull that can't be stopped. And ain't a disco we can't rock. Herc, Herc, who's the man? With a master plan from the land of Gracie Grace? Herc, Herc. Herc didn't just rock the block, he put the hip-hop, hippity-hop into the world's heartbeat.